Good morning. It's Tuesday, December 20th. This is Mike Mock with the Lansing Trade Group Morning Comments. We want to start with the international scene here. Obviously, yesterday, a day of terror as we had three separate incidents. The Russian ambassador to Turkey was assassinated. We had a shooting at a mosque in Zurich, and then the truck killing dozens of people in Berlin, and it's certainly sad to see. What's surprising to me at this stage is that the market kind of yawned at these events. There were modest, we had a modest rally in the dollar at one point. Gold had some back and forth trade, but we sit here this morning with most of the macro markets virtually unchanged from where we were before these incidents even occurred. So the trade apparently has gotten used to these kinds of events. It's just something we live with every day. Now, shifting back to the grains, last week at this time, we were talking about the soybean campaign for new crop. We really pushed hard for a 1020 floor with a 1080 ceiling to help finance the cost of that floor. We also encouraged folks that were just getting started. They wanted to straight hedge the beans. It was a good thing to do. And, no way of knowing on a day-to-day basis whether the market's going up or down. We did it less on any kind of price bias, but more on a profitability factor. And again, it's a reminder now with the bean market breaking down. We're now at the lowest prices we've seen in about 5 weeks. So put it another way, any speculator that's bought beans over the last 4 to 5 weeks is now out, and there'll be pressure here as we wind to the end of the season with the funds long the oilseed complex and some rebalancing in front of us, that we're vulnerable here. We broke down the overnight, and particularly in meal and beans, we've made a bad trade. And it would appear we're going to head back towards support with major moving averages. So the risk here is that we take the front end down to about $10. That would be the January or March contract. And we could see the November contract slip down to $9.80. So again, congrats to all who participated. Now, the concern moves to, we talked Sunday about the weather being a benefit to the bean crop in South America. We also thought we would get more of a reaction to the winter kill event that took place Sunday morning, and that has not occurred. And I think that's a reminder, certainly to me and personally, that we still have plenty of wheat globally, and the market's going to be slow to respond to a winter kill event when you can't really measure the impact of that until later on in the season. But we do think the event occurred. We think acreage is down. We think that we wouldn't want to press wheat from the short side. There's nothing for the wheat grower here to take advantage of. So we move to corn, where we think there are a number of issues here, but the biggest concern we have is that we still feel something on the order of 70 to 75% of the old crop in the U.S. is still unpriced, either in the bin or in delayed price at the elevator. And that's simply too big, an amount going into the January 12th crop report, which is now only 15 trading sessions away. So we've got to figure out ways to manage through that. There's lots of things you can do if you're in the short run. If you have to, for example, you've got some centers you got to pull. Make sure you maintain quality. So you've got to move something here short term. We would look for our best basis opportunity, sell the physical cash, and for example, if you sold 20,000 bushels, we would consider going back in and re-owning half of that amount, 10,000, via some sort of out-of-the-money May or July corn call feature. That would be the safest way to stay in the game. If you have a longer-term horizon, perhaps you put corn in the bin, you've got it dried nicely, it's good quality, you're taking out the 9-month government loan for cash flow, then the approach might be to layer in a min-max floor ceiling kind of strategy there with a 370 floor on the July and financed by a 410 ceiling. That's another trade we like. Moving to the new crop, we talked about this before. We'll continue to push it, particularly on any kind of days where you get bounces. We like the 380 floor financed with the 420 ceiling. The point we're making is there are things to do here. There is risk to be managed. We're all guilty at this time of year of focusing on the holidays and kind of losing track of our marketing responsibilities. We just can't afford to let that happen. That's all I got for you now. Have a great Tuesday. We'll see you first thing in the morning.